Take a breath. Not a deep one, just one enough to remember that you're here and alive in the present moment. The last time we talked about stillness as a currency, and this week we're going to let that stillness start to move. Because devotion doesn't begin when life gets quiet, it begins when we choose to stay awake inside the noise. So let's get started. Somewhere along the way, we started to confuse devotion with doing. We made holiness a checklist, as if enlightenment or spirituality had some kind of productivity score. But devotion isn't about performance, it's about presence. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing the ordinary things that we do every day honestly. Folding the laundry while breathing, answering emails without losing your center, driving, cooking, walking, aware that each motion is a small bow to life and existence itself. The other morning, I was rushing, notifications, deadlines, my tea had gone cold. I caught myself mid-scroll, thumb frozen above the screen, and I realized that that was the first moment of my morning that I had truly stopped. That is what devotion is. It's not the ritualizing of things, but it's the remembering of your presence. When you strip away more, what's left is meaning. And meaning breathes slower. And maybe that's where devotion begins. Not with perfection, but with the permission to just pause. Because in that pause, your whole life exhales. That pause becomes the rhythm. Every day repeats itself. Sunrise, breath, heartbeat. That's not monotony. That's memory. In Won Buddhism, they like to practice the way in the midst of daily life. The repetition is the ritual. The first sip of tea, the breath you take before you speak, the pause before you react. Each one is a silent prayer that says, I am still here. Repetition isn't punishment. It's the universe breathing with you over and over, training your awareness to return home until home stops being a place and starts being a presence. When you stop fighting the repeat, you start hearing the rhythm underneath it. And that rhythm is grace wearing the face of your everyday mundane routines. From rhythm, we move into rest. Because what if you already have what you've been practicing for? Contentment isn't the absence of desire, it's the alignment of desire. Enough doesn't mean small, it means whole. When you stop hustling for holiness, you realize that the sacred's been sitting beside you the entire time. On your desk, in your breath, in the people you love, in the places you go. Wealth, peace, and purpose, they are all circulation. They move when you stop hoarding the moment. Every time you choose gratitude over grasping, you let abundance kind of move through you instead of all around you but not being able to feel it. Enough is when your breath and your life finally move at the same pace. And maybe that's the quiet miracle. Realizing that devotion doesn't add anything new. It just reminds you that nothing is missing from your life in any way, shape, or form. So before you rush back into your world, take a moment to ask yourself, where did devotion appear in the mundane today? What did it look like? What did it sound like? What did it feel like in my body? Maybe it was washing a dish with full attention. Maybe it was forgiving yourself for not being perfect. Maybe it was remembering to breathe before you answered that text that kind of ruffled your feathers. Whatever it was, that was the practice. That is the truth and presence moving through you. And that's what we're going for, right? And so we return to our breath, the first devotion, and also the last truth. Let stillness travel with you. Let every act be a small act of worship. You don't need incense, you just need attention. May every act return you to a space of presence and awareness. May every breath be a small bow in reverence to life. If this message resonated with you today, read the companion essay on Substack. It's going to be called The Devotion of Motion. And if you are ready to practice that presence in real time in your life, go ahead and join the Presence Project. It's a simple daily rhythm to help you reconnect with yourself and the present moment. We're going to be doing that for the next 60 days. You're going to follow me along on TikTok or YouTube and download a free one-page tracker to bring the devotion of the flow into your own days. Because presence isn't something that we find, it's something that we remember. And devotion is just remembering on repeat. I'll see you next time.